What's up, guys? Welcome back to another unboxing video, and today I have a very special one. I am super excited about it because it is a shoe that is yet to release. It'll come out in about another 3-4 weeks or so, and I was able to cop it early, and this is the first time I've been able to get an early sneaker in quite a few years. Now, what happened was, about this time last week, link came through. I can't remember if it was on Soul Links I got the link, or if it was through the J23 app, but irregardless, I saw it immediately, which never happens. I typically always miss those. Clicked on the link, went to the site, and sure enough, this sneaker was available in a full size run, at least adult sizes, and I clicked on my size. I processed it through. It seemed like it was kind of glitching around. It said it would let me know if I got the sneaker. Never really got the notification through the app or anything like that to tell me that I got it. But looking into my emails, sure enough, there was the confirmation email, and I felt so blessed at that point. I was greatly anticipating this release. I was definitely wanting to see how close to the originals they may go, and based on the pictures, I was thinking pretty positive, but I haven't opened up the box. It just got here just a day ago, and I've been waiting to do the unboxing on camera before I even take a look so you can see my first reactions. So let's get into it. Alright, so something I knew in advance was that this particular sneaker was going to be coming in a retro box. I was kind of curious as far as what the execution level would be at Air Jordan 11 Reds. Now, before I open it up and show you the sneaker, which I am super excited to see, I figured we'd take a look at the box and see how close they came to the original box. Now, for those of you who can remember, last season they came out with the Concords. It had a retro box. It was kind of that gray and black box with the Air Jordan on the top. I don't know if that's the box that the original Concords came in. I do have a box from 1996 that I can use for comparison. Boom. Alright, so this is the Air Jordan 11 Low. It was actually the Air Jordan Low IE. This came out Shut up! This was the Air Jordan 11 Low. This came out prior to this sneaker here. I believe the start of the playoffs. Jordan, I think, even played some of the early rounds of the playoffs in this sneaker before switching to the Air Jordan 11 Breds. So, comparison of the box. Swoosh on the top, swoosh on the top. Saying on the back, saying on the back. So that matches. We have the Nike logo on each end of the orange band along with the Just Do It. Same thing on this box. Bottom of the box has Nike Air and the swoosh on a sticker like that. This box basically has the same thing, except it's not a sticker, it's actually printed on the box. I mean, really the only discernible difference is that tag, which is, you know, bound to be different because obviously it has different information now that's available on there that wasn't available back in the day, like this one here. Alright, so put that one to the side right now, and let's get into the good stuff. First and foremost, it's got a card there. It says Air Jordan 11. The Air Jordan 11 is one of the most iconic silhouettes in the history of sneakers. This season, Jordan Brand celebrates this model by delivering detailed craftsmanship, honoring MJ's first Triple Crown run. So it looks like he won the League MVP, All-Star MVP, and Finals MVP there. At the bottom, it says, "This instant classic will leave you saying, it's gotta be the shoes." Black plastic paper. And then the sneaker itself. Now, I remember looking at this shoe in the Foot Lockers, the Foot Actions, whatever it was we had back then in the mall many years ago. So I can't remember exactly how it looked in hand. I will tell you that To me, if I was handed this, I mean, I couldn't tell you that they did anything different. One of the things that I was concerned about because of some early leaked, posts and stuff, although the more recent pictures, was this 23 in the back. To stay original, to me, it's got to be that silk screen on the neoprene material, for me to really feel like it's like the original. The 45 on the Concords last season is what killed it for me. I don't own a pair of those, probably mainly because of that reason. Now the 45s being on the Space Jams, I do understand that because that was a sample pair that he wore. I'm sure he wore a Concord pair possibly with the 45, or at least that was probably a concept pair that they had come up with that never released. But I mean, in all honesty, for most sneakerheads, they want the OG all. They want it to be exactly the same. Now, looking at these in hand, I mean, the patent leather looks fantastic. The mesh upper feels a little stiff, looks a little puffy, to be honest. Looks like those straps are kind of tight on it to where it's kind of squeezing out in between them. I'd have to look at some of my other pairs that have the mesh on top to see if that's synonymous with what they had. I don't seem to remember it being like that. Back leather, it's always, mediocre quality. I mean, we all know once you start wearing it, it starts to collapse. It gets kind of pudgy and wrinkled and creased, and it does look like it might be a slightly better quality than what we've seen on a few pairs in the past. I mean, it has that dimpled, pebbled kind of leather on it, but it doesn't feel all that great. Stitch red Jordan in the back, I mean, that's clear cut, gotta have that the way it is. On some of the early pictures, I do remember seeing peaks on the patent leather. That's something that back in the day you would look at as far as a way to kind of identify fakes. I know that's kind of changed over the years. Now you're getting, authentic pairs that have the peaks. I mean, obviously this is an authentic pair. It came directly from Nike, so I know these are legit and I can see the peaks. Now it looks like originally on the pictures I saw, there was that peak you always see right there on the toe box. This one has a small one there. This one looks like it's been cut off. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like it might have been cut off. But as you go along the side, right where the two leathers meet, there is a peak right there on both sides. So that's either because they couldn't cut it off, maybe because of where it was at, or maybe that's just how it goes now. Those are the ones that they're leaving. I don't know. Obviously, the red translucent bottoms. That's the part that makes this shoe look so sexy. Carbon fiber plate on the bottom. Now this is throwing me kind of for a loop. It looks like white and black. I don't know if the original pair had white and black. This pair of the Lows has the red and black. So I'm kind of confused. If someone would have asked me before showing me the shoes what color the carbon fiber was on this, I probably would have guessed red and black, but I'm thinking maybe the reason why they don't use red and black maybe they didn't use red and black on this one is because it already has that red bottom. It wouldn't have really shown up too well. That's me kind of fishing for an answer right there. I don't really know. I mean, I would think the black and red will look pretty good, but I mean, that's up to Jordan Brand what they want to do. Inside. Let's loosen these up and take a look at the inside. I mean, I know it's going to have the Nike Air because that's what they've been doing with all these remastered retros. Even though there's no Nike Air on the exterior, they still have it somewhere in the shoe, and sure enough, red insert, plastic insert. I mean, again, synonymous with what you get from Jordan Brand with the 11s. Insole, yep, sure enough, it's got the Nike. This feels a little different than what I'm used to. As far as the insole, it's just really slick, rubber vinyl kind of material. Not a whole lot of cushion to it. It's got some stamping on the bottom. I don't know if I've ever seen it embossed like that. It's usually, I think, just a stamp if it has anything. This one says AJ11, obviously for Air Jordan 11, QF8, I don't know what that is, MS 12.5A, it's obviously a 12.5, I'm sure that has to do with that. Then it has a very similar stamp below it, kind of the same thing. This has a date on it of 2019 in March, so I don't know if these were made in March. So look at the tag. Oh, okay. So it's got a slightly different tag. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on there or not, but slightly different tag than before. No more does it have the barcode. It's just the QR code. Looks like it says production date is from May 21st, 2019 to July 10th of 2019. So I don't know if maybe this is the first wave of pairs, and the pairs that get released in December will have a different date on them, but I would assume it's all the same run date. Got the normal tag inside. Quality basketball products inspired by the greatest player ever. Right there on the inside. I mean, that's pretty common. I think the only ones I've seen where it's different was maybe the 72 and 10s. But I'd have to go back and take a look at that. And this isn't gonna be the most hyped shoe for the year. Maybe the season, but definitely not the year. You know, it's definitely not going to be limited pairs. Most of the time, Jordan Brand does a million plus pairs of Jordan 11s just because they know people will cop. Obviously, during the holiday time too, people are going to cop them, and it helps get everybody who wants one usually in their hands. I mean, it's not going to be necessarily an easy cop. I doubt they're going to be sitting unless they just make a tremendous amount of pairs, but I'm sure if you can't cop them either online or in store, resale not gonna be too high, especially right when they first come out, to where you won't be able to get them at a pretty decent price considering what they are. It might not be the most iconic. Pair. I mean, obviously the Space Jams are one of the most iconic Jordans ever, so that's probably the most iconic when it comes to the 11s. But when it comes to the most sought after, the most worn, the one that most people like look at and identify with when it comes to the Jordan 11s, it's going to be this pair here. It goes with the Bulls colorway. It's, you know, it was during the playoffs when he won his fourth championship. It was just a great time for NBA basketball, big part of Michael Jordan history, and just a great time for Jordan shoes and Nike shoes in general. So you know, this shoe is a great shoe. I feel super blessed to have this in my hand right now, almost a month early. I don't think I could ask for anything better right now. You know, it's definitely a good feeling. Definitely makes me, you know, very, very happy. So thank you guys for all of you who watched. I definitely appreciate that. You know what, I'm thinking maybe my next video I might go through all my Jordan 11s and kind of just give you a rundown of my favorite to least favorite in my collection. I do have quite a few, so make sure to look for that video coming soon. Again, thank you all who have watched this video. If you liked, please hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, if you could hit that subscribe button for me too, I would greatly appreciate it. I do have some other videos on the way. I've just been struggling with getting them edited, but hopefully I'll have those videos up shortly. For those of you who are already subscribed, if you can spread the word, talk to your friends, family, co-workers, strangers, you can get them acquainted with the channel and get them to hopefully subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of these pairs, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.